Okay, so this is chapter 3.1, and we're going to write some equations in slope-intercept form. So this is sort of working backwards. We already have a graph, and we're going to derive an equation from the graph. And what we can see here is that there's this line coming through the graph, and this has negative slope. We can see that the rise is a -3. It goes down -3, but the run is a +2. So we want to do two things. Number one, we want to find the slope. We're going to find the slope, which is m, of course. And then number two, we want to find the y-intercept, which is b. So find the y-intercept. And that's the place where it crosses the y-axis, and that's b. I don't know if you need to know that yet, but you just need to start hearing it. Slope is m, and the intercept is b. All right, so our slope, the slope m is equal to rise over run, and you need to just be familiar with that. And the rise is a -3. The rise is the up and down, the vertical, and it's a -3, and the run is a +2. Okay, and so the y-intercept, whereas it crosses at 5, it crosses the y-intercept, the b. The y-intercept is at 0, 5, and you can see that right here. This point is the y-intercept. That's where it crosses the y-axis. And so we take this information and we just can immediately write it in slope-intercept form. And I'll show you. We've got y equals mx plus b, and we just substitute this -3/2 in for the m, and we substitute the y value, which is the 5, in for the b. Okay, so it just becomes y is equal to -3/2 x plus 5, and you immediately have yourself an equation. And this gets really fast after a while. Okay, so the slope is -3/2, and the y-intercept is +5, and that's just what happens in this graph. We can see it, we can kind of count it. They're even helping us count it. So that's example number one. Example number two, this is a similar equation, but this is a positive slope. A slope is still rise over run, and you should be able to just say, okay, well, the rise is a +5. The run is a +3. Now they did it out here. They went the run and then they went negative rise. Here they went run and then they went positive rise. Because it's rise over run, I tend to do the rise first. So when I do it, I would start here and I would say you go down 3 and you run +2. So you still get the same thing. Your run is -3 and your rise is -3 and your run is +2. And you can do the same thing here, starting at the y-intercept. You start at the y-intercept and you go, the rise is going to be 5, and the run is going to be 3. So you're starting here at the y-intercept, you go up and over. So 5, 3, and the y-intercept, which is b, the y-intercept is at -3, because this point here is 0, -3. I kind of covered it up a little bit, but you can still see it. And then we just plug those in. Y is equal to 5/3, and you can just leave it as a fraction like that. It's actually easier to work with. 5/3 x, and then because it's usually plus b, which would be plus a -3. Of course, it would probably be better to rewrite this instead of plus a -3. It might be better to just rewrite this as -3. So that would be a better way to write that. Okay? Okay, this is a very short video. I hope you don't mind. I hope you can. These two examples are going to show you everything you need to know, other than the real-life application, which is the story problem, and those are still going to help you through that. And if you need my help, let me know. Good luck.